Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Monday, October the 11th. And welcome to our video commentary. Happy Columbus Day. Happy Columbus Day 2021. Well, as you probably know, the first Friday of every month is Economic News Friday. And normally the federal government releases economic data such as the unemployment rate, jobs created, and so on. And on Friday, we got some very bad news. They were expecting 500,000 new jobs. We only got 194. Now, the explanation is that apparently the pandemic, and there's some truth to that. I'm not trying to completely undermine that argument. But I think the biggest bad news, if you will, in the report, the news that I think should be shocking to everybody, is that we have 11 million jobs open and 7 million people unemployed. Now, that doesn't make any sense to me. How can you be unemployed if there's 11 million jobs available? Well, the answer is, of course, part of the answer is that not all of those jobs and those people, let's say, are in the same communities, so there's a mismatch in that respect. But the other explanation, and perhaps an even bigger explanation, or a better explanation, is that many of those people are getting some kind of compensation for staying home. And going out and getting a job is not exactly one of their priorities. Now that's going to change. The economists are saying that next month, that gap between the number of jobs available and the number of people looking for work, that gap is going to narrow somewhat because many states are cutting down on these unemployment checks and so on. But the fact that we even reached a point where there are 11 million jobs available and 7 million people unemployed, that is simply confirmation of some very bad economic policy that we have been implementing in the United States here for the last year, particularly the Biden administration, when they started sending out all this money to people in this last economic plan that they put together. Look, I understand there's a pandemic, and I can certainly sympathize with people about that, certain age groups or whatever, who may feel uncomfortable about working. I get that. But the truth is that the best thing that you can do for yourself and for the economy is to go out and take a job. At least you're making money and you have some value. I mean, work is always better than staying home doing nothing. And unfortunately, we have too many people that, because of all these programs, are staying home. Eventually, they're going to have to go back to work, and they're going to have to probably make some bitter adjustments when they do. But right now, it's not helping the American economy to be sending money to people, which then kind of comes back to the insanity of the Democrat Party to be talking about this human infrastructure bill where they're going to create even more dependency, even send out more money to people, and the consequence of that is many of them are going to stay home and not work. We need the exact opposite. What we need to do is we need to do away with these programs for the time being and basically take people back to where they were before the pandemic, when everybody was working and the economy was doing well. We're never going to be able to go 100% back to that because the pandemic is still a factor. But the closer we do, the better it's going to be for all. But 11 million jobs available and 7 million people out of work, this doesn't make any sense. That should not happen. And I think that explains a lot of what is going on with the American economy. Thank you for watching. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday. Bye-bye, everybody.